Welcome to Scratch Coding. This is a series of videos to help you learn to code using Scratch. With Scratch, you can create your own stories, puzzles, and games, and whatever else you want to create. You're in control of everything in the programs that you write. Create a free account at scratch.mit.edu so you can do coding with us. Today, we're going to create a jumping game. That stores the score up at the top every time we jump over an obstacle. We saw in the last video that there's lots of different ways to make a character jump. One of the easiest ways is just to make the character glide up and back down. Another way is to use a variable, so as the character goes up they slow down, and as they come back down they speed up. Like this. I like that way better, so that's what I'm going to put in my game. Let's go see how to code a jumping game. I'm going to start a new project and pick a stage. Let's keep Scratch and get another sprite. I'm going to make this banana sprite change into a strawberry and then change into a taco. I'm going to go to my strawberry sprite, my strawberry character, go into his costumes, and drag this costume over to my bananas and let it go. Then I'm going to go to my taco sprite and drag this taco over to my bananas. And then you'll see when I go to bananas, I have bananas and a strawberry and a taco. So I don't need these other ones anymore. I just think it would be funny if Scratch was jumping over some fruit. So that's what I'm going to make my game do. We'll have this crazy monkey throwing fruit at him. We don't want the fruit to be too big or Scratch won't be able to jump over it. Let's make it about 80% of what it was before. And my start location for my fruit, you notice when I move my bananas around, this go-to block changes. So if I want my fruit to start right here, in the beginning of the program, I can tell it to go to that X and Y spot. So when the green flag is clicked, no matter what happens, my fruit's going to start off right there. Then I want it to glide to all the way over here. What is that position? Right now he's at minus 233, minus 160. So I'll just change this to those numbers. Let's see what that looks like. And then we don't want the bananas just hanging out over here, so let's hide them. So every time I click the green flag, oh, I did make them reappear. They're still hiding. I need to show them at the beginning. So every time I click the green flag, the monkey's throwing some bananas at Scratch. Well, I don't want to just keep clicking the green flag, so I need to get that in a loop. That's a control block. So forever, I want you to just keep doing that. Maybe we'll give Scratch a little bit of a break We'll wait, how about 0.2 seconds? Just a little bit of a break there. Now I don't want it to always be bananas. Let's change it up. I think that taco's too big. Let me go change that costume. We have the fruit selected. I'll go to costumes, select the taco. Just drag that a little smaller. I need to make sure the little plus that's the middle of the taco is in the middle of my image. That makes the taco the same size as the other fruit. Alright, Scratch Cat, we need some code for you. Let's click on Scratch Cat. Change his name to Scratch. I want him to jump when I press the space bar. And in case he's somewhere else on the screen, we want to make him go to a starting position, which Scratch makes it so easy. Right here where Scratch is right now is where my blocks say to put him to. I don't even have to figure out what the X and Y is. It's already there. If I wanted to make him glide up there and then glide back down, that would be an easy jump. But I want it to look a little better than that. If I want to repeat for 10, then I want to change Y by 10, and he would just keep going up. And then if I did a minus, then he would come back down. But I don't want him to do it at the same speed. We need a variable. Make a variable called speed. First, we're going to change speed to be 15. At first, speed will be 15, and so Y is going to change by 15. But every loop, my speed is going to go down. So every time through the loop, speed will get smaller, and Y will get smaller. And then we got to bring him back down. If we repeat this, say 30 times, let's see what will happen. And we just need to change Y one more time to get him back to a starting spot. Ooh, food's coming way too fast. Let's look at the code for the food. We need to glide over, what does 2 seconds look like? How about 1.5 seconds? I think we're going to have to get that food a little smaller. He's going to lose a lot. All right. Let's make another variable to keep track of our score. We can just call it score. Let's make it a capital S so it'll look better because it's going to be on the screen. Right there. We don't need speed up there. Let me uncheck speed. But we do want score. And every time we glide past Scratch without him getting hit, we want to add a point to our score. So we'll change score by 1. And see, it just keeps going up. And we need to add the code to Scratch so that it'll stop the game whenever he gets hit. We need this code always running, always being ready to find out if we've been hit. So it has to have a separate green flag, and it's going to keep running forever. And it's going to say if Scratch is touching some food, then it's going to stop the code. So if he senses that he's touching some food, so it's under a sensing block. If he's touching bananas. All right. After I put this code here, I haven't hit the green flag yet, and so it's not working. But as soon as I hit the green flag, it's going to make us lose. See, he senses that he's touching some fruit now, so it stopped all the code. And my score is 61. If I hit the green flag, it's just going to keep my score like that, so I need to reset my score to 0 every time the game is started. My score is a variable, so it's under the variables. At the beginning of the game, set score to 0. It works. We made a jumping game. That's the end of this lesson. Click like and subscribe below so I can keep making tutorials and more people can find them. Now it's your turn to create a jumping game. Select any background that you like and any main character that you like, and think about what you would like to glide over or roll over as an obstacle to your character. You'll have to add the code to make your character jump. Whether you use repeat or glide, it doesn't matter. And you'll have to add the code to stop the game whenever your character is touching the obstacle. If you can make your character jump over an obstacle, then congratulations, you've mastered this lesson. This free coding lesson was provided by STEMinGames. Watch more lessons and keep practicing so you can create new worlds and games and make your ideas come to life. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.